I'm preparing stocking, more like it. How I'm stocking up and in preparation for our new school year this coming August of 2020. Today is the 26th of, oh my gosh, my days have literally done this, and I don't know what exactly the days are, but today I know is Friday, and I believe it's 26th of June. So, as you know, this week the numbers of cases, the COVID-19 cases have surged daily, and Houston having one of the largest hospital communities in I think it's the northern hemispheres, from what I heard or understood or something like that. Their ICU beds are full capacity, which they're not all COVID-19. There's other people that are sick from other things, but there's just no room, and they moved the adults to children's hospitals, and it's just, it's getting a little crazy. All right, so here we're in March thinking, oh, April is going to be great. Summer's going to get here, soon, go away. Yeah, no, it's not going to go away. So I had a conversation with my husband and I just, on predicting on what we think this next semester is going to be like. And then we did think that it wasn't going to happen, and I don't know, I have a feeling it's not going to happen. I think we may start school, maybe like have the students go to say hello and introduce each other and get their supplies and things like that. But I think that we're going to be virtual teaching, I think. They've already told us, they did send an email. Our superintendent, and I work for the Pasadena district, but she did send us an email letting us know she was sending it out to the families, that there was a survey going to come out to see if the parents were, going to be sending their children to school, and that we would be starting in August, and things of the sort. And so I thought, okay, well, I have already been getting ready, but now I know for sure I need to really get ready, especially because I am pregnant. I am week 20, so I'm literally halfway at the halfway point, and so I'm due in November, and I know that not only because I'm 35 and considered high risk because I'm older, never in my life have I been told that I'm old. if anything else, they tell me I look young, I'm young, but I'm 35, but high risk, and then with this COVID thing, pregnancies are high risk in general. So I want to be extra cautious as a mom. Just your mom instincts kick in, and you just want to wrap yourself in a bubble and nobody come near me. But I do want to stay safe for myself, but most importantly for my baby. So I have been stocking up, and I wanted to share some of the things that I am getting ready for my classroom should I have to go back even if we go back for a few days, I'm still going to definitely use these things, but if we have to go back for a multitude of days. So let's get started with what I have so far. Okay, so one of the first things I'm going to start with are the basic face masks. I love these, got these off of Amazon, but I love them because they're individually packaged. So in case I don't want to just leave them laying around, I can put them back in the baggie. Not that it's a completely sanitary way to do it, because there's not a zip bag. It does not remain closed, but just in case of emergency that I don't have a bag to put the mask in. So these here, they're just pretty basic, okay? They're a little bit big for my face, but they work. So I didn't bring the whole box out, it's under the sink, but these come in large packages, and you can get them. I saw them at Office Depot, you can get them at the dollar store, Walmart, things of the sort. You just gotta find them. So I have been stocking up on these. I do have some that I got from Joann's Fabric. These were made, it said on the package it was made by them. These here are little face masks, and these are fabric, so these are reusable. These, after a while, you can boil them, okay, and dry them out. You can use them again, but they're more disposable. And these here, you make sure to wash them, okay, and disinfect them and all. But these here, you can reuse, okay. They have a little pocket for a filter, should you like to put one in. Coffee filters work just fine. And there you go, you have your mask. The only bad thing about this one in the package is that most size, or one size fits most, and this one does not fit. It's pretty big. I mean, it just kind of falls off. So I just have to adjust the straps here, okay? So I do have that, and I'm starting to collect, because, you know, I like to match. But not just that, but to have different masks, so I don't have the same one every day. I think I'm really gonna be using these at school, putting these on and then throwing them away at the end of my school day. I don't know that I want to bring this home. I'd just rather just throw it away, get a new one on a daily basis. These, definitely washing them, but using them at a one-time use kind of deal. The other one that I got was this one. It's a little big, but it is a jean material. It does have a little spot for a filter, but the jean type material is pretty thick, so it's a little harder to breathe with. And it's kind of big, but I like it because it fits over my entire mouth and my nose. And when I move around, it doesn't fall down so much because it hits the bottom of my throat compared to the others, but it is a little big, and I might distress it a little bit and, you know, bedazzle it a little bit possibly. And then I also have been getting little pieces of fabric and such that I've been finding to create my own. And of course, I've got my traditional black and white stripe material to work on something for a mask for myself. So put that back there so that I do have gloves. Anytime that I find gloves, I've been collecting them. For me, the purpose of wearing gloves, I know you're still touching things, so it's not for that, but if I just naturally touch my face a lot. I will play with my hair a lot. So if I have gloves on, I'm more aware that something's on my hand for a reason and I shouldn't be touching my face. And so just because I will be pregnant at that point, I'm gonna be wearing gloves just to remind myself to not touch my face, because I'm super bad at that. And I always, you know, always super bad at it. So that's what I'm collecting gloves for. I have gloves in my car when I pump gas, or if I'm going through a drive-through or something and I'm really hungry and I want to wait till I get home, I use the gloves. Okay, so definitely getting gloves. The other thing that I have, or I found, which to be honest, I do feel like it's a little excessive, but because I am expecting, yeah, it's worth it. And the way these are made, these are pretty easy to make. These I got for, it's a pack of, I think it's a pack of 25, I think. Oh no, it's 12 pieces. Pack of 12 for, I think it was like 25 bucks, that's what it was. But the way I can see the construction of them is fairly easy. Like I can reuse this top part, but this here I can use a piece of like the laminating sheets, the thick laminating sheets. If you just run it through the machine, it gets thick and hard, and then just make a hole, and then you have a mask. So not bad. So you get, you know, creative people, y'all can put this together, but I don't like that it's a little, like it's not clear. It has a little bit of a opaque sense to it, but if I have to do a demo, if I have to get close to a student, you know, if I wasn't pregnant, I probably wouldn't be doing this whole deal, but you know, I want to be extra careful. So these here, I'm sure you can clean and all and sanitize and reuse, but definitely I think that the plastic will scratch. So pretty basic construction of it, I think. You can make your own, should you not be able to find any, but I did find this pack here at Office Depot. So that definitely is something to think about, okay? So that is for my personal protection. I plan on wearing scrubs if I find any that will fit, because I am thin, but I have this big belly now, and so if I pick like medium, right now I'm like the medium size, if I pick those pants and my legs, the pant leg is really big on me, and it just looks weird. So I don't know what my dress code's gonna be, but I'm gonna keep it simple. It's gonna be black, and it's gonna be like the top, the bottom, the same shoes I'm gonna wear every day to work. I'll keep those in the garage or keep them in the car, and I won't bring the shoes to inside the house. And then the clothing that I wear will be used one time and then washed. And I'll keep a separate hamper for that, so that way I don't bring anything into the house, just to be extra careful. Hair, probably push it back in a ponytail, because I have a horrible tendency of running my hands through my hair, so keeping that out of the way, plus with the mask and the face thing, it's just gonna be, you know, cramming my style, you know, so I'm just gonna put it slick back. No jewelry, just my wedding ring. There's no need to have all those excessive things. At this time, I usually like to dress up and wear heels and have the foo-foo fancy clothing, and that's typically how my students know me, but not that I am, excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. Not that I'm being lazy because I'm pregnant and I don't want to get dressed up. I'll still do my makeup, my hair, and all that, but just to be more practical with the whole situation that we're in, okay? And jeans and shirt, t-shirt, you know, on Friday, school shirt on Fridays when it's Spirit Days. So that is what I'll be wearing for me physically, and of course my ID. But other than that, that's pretty much what I plan. And then my regular clothes don't fit anyway, so, you know, I couldn't be all cute if I wanted to anyway, because I definitely don't feel cute. So after the baby's born and when we get back to a little bit of the normal way of life, I guess, then I'll introduce those fashionable pieces of clothing with the jewelry and all that good stuff. I have a school bag that I'll be using. I'll try not to bring things home like I used to, besides I won't have time for the, you know, since the baby and all, but definitely not going to be hauling back and forth all the bags that I typically do as a teacher. For my classroom, for my students, and I guess for myself as well, in the classroom at the entrance of our department door, we'll have some hand sanitizer and wipes, so that way the students can sanitize before they come in. Okay, so that'll be at the door, and they'll have to do that. When they come in, we'll have marked on the ground, which can be really difficult because we have a lot of students that come in and clock in and out at one time. But they'll have to be in line to clock in, and we're definitely going to have to make sure they sanitize their hands and sanitize the clock because they scan their thumb. So when they come into my classroom, which I know is excessive, but I'll have them sanitize again. I know it's a lot, but sanitize your hands, okay? And any supplies and materials that we use, we want to make sure to sanitize them. We sanitize the chairs and the tables and the backs of the chairs where they pull the chairs out. We won't be having the plug your phone stations, the water pitcher where we share, you know, if you're thirsty, you go get water. We won't be having a lot of those things where students go to touch, okay? So for now, until everything, you know, gets a little better. But definitely I have been stocking up on hand sanitizer. I do have a bunch of the little sanitizers, but definitely some of these hand sanitizers. I do teach my students not to touch the nozzle or the top, right? Like when they grab it like that. So with the back of their hand, they push it and then they squirt out. This one here is a spray, so if you need to spray it, if I need to stand there and spray their hands, that works just fine, just to make the line go faster if I want to make sure that they're not going to touch this here. And then we also I have been finding different little wet wipes type of, little wipes to help clean their hands. So definitely we'll have those. Mainly for me, because I'll be touching a lot of things. We also do have the Barbicide wipes in the department, and then we can make Barbicide wipes as well with paper towels. So I have also paper towels that I've been collecting. Not an excessive amount because I don't have a lot of space in my little closet, but I do have some, and then we have some at school as well. And then of course school's going to provide some things, but this is just for me in my classroom. I do have tissues and have been collecting tissues. I know that, well, not hand sanitizer, but I know tissues is something that used to be on the supply list and we asked students to bring them, but I don't know that I'm going to have that kind of supply list this time, because the whole world at that time is going to be asking for these things, and I don't want to put that on the student and have them, go around town trying to find wipes or tissues when maybe there's none available. So I'm providing those myself. I don't want to put the students in a position where, like, no, mom, I need tissues, I need to cross off my list. I wouldn't be that kid, and I don't want to do that to them. So I have been collecting some of the tissues, which will be everywhere, of course. And then I have this 7th generation. It's a disinfectant spray. It kills 99.9% of bacteria and viruses. It's a spray. Love it. I had found this at HEB. It's lavender and vanilla with thyme. It does have a particular smell, but it's better than wiping because I am pregnant as well. You can't be around all of the harsh chemicals. So this one is a spray. I can spray and walk away instead of having to sit there and wipe, right? But I also have been, and of course, it's the HEB brand, but bleach to do any, to make any sprays that I might need to make should we run out of anything else. If nothing else works, always go to bleach, right? And of course at school we have our Barbicide spray, which I can imagine that is going to be on back order. We didn't get a chance to order some this last go around because we didn't get to spend all of our budget. But I'm assuming all the schools are going to be ordering from Burmax or Mariana, and there might be a shortage. So we are going to definitely use that, but I'm covered, okay? In my classroom, at least in my space where I will be, definitely will be covered. This school year is going to be hard. I went to Lakeshore, the Lakeshore Learning Store. Just one of my favorite stores to go to as a teacher, and just walking around, seeing all the nice, cute little new things that they have, which I did get a few things I'll show you in a little bit, but just, that kind of feeling of, I'm not going to be in here doing all my laminating and buying all my new decorations, and because I don't know, should I spend my money on cleaning supplies or should I spend my money on a cute bulletin board? Right now I'm gotta weigh out what's my best, decision for that time. I've got to think of the future and foresee, like, okay, is there going to be a shortage of bleach, and I need to go ahead and stock up on it for class. So not that I'm going to hoard, and don't want to do that either, because other people need these supplies too, but I just need to be extra ready, especially because I'm expecting. So that is what I have for my sanitation. And then definitely starting with chapter 5 this year, salon ecology, just to, really teach the students how to because everybody knows how to wash your hands, but do you really know how to wash your hands? And so I have an activity for that with gloves and paint and all that other stuff, but really just revamping and really like encouraging the students to really focus in on salon ecology, sanitation, disinfection, and sterilization, and all of that. Super important, super important. All right, so we have all of this, so I'm going to switch it over, okay, because I've got all my sanitation stuff ready to go. I won't store everything at school. I don't want it to be taken. So I'll keep it here at the house, and I'll just take what I need as I go. Because also too, I don't know if, maybe we'll just go for a week, or maybe we'll go just for a few days, or a day, or not even, I'm not sure. Maybe we just be at home. So I don't want my stuff to get stuck at school either, and then I need to hear at the house, and then I can't go back to the school. So definitely playing that by ear. All right, so y'all go out there and get ready for the worst. And that way, if it happens, you're ready, and if it doesn't happen, great. You have a lot of cleaning supplies that you can use, and you don't have to buy any for a good while. So let's hope that this goes away, but honestly, I don't think that it's going anywhere anytime soon, unfortunately. So give me a quick second. Let me bring over what I have purchased to prepare our office here at my house for my classroom as well. These are the supplies that I got for my at-home classroom. Now, if it is that we do return, I don't think that I'm going to spend a whole lot of time and energy decorating my classroom. When I took it down for the summer, I only took certain things down. I didn't take it all down, so I did leave up the essentials. So I will be able to just go in there and start teaching if I have to, and we're good. Not a lot of the decorating, simply because I don't know if we're really going to be there for a long time. I don't feel like we are, so I don't want to waste that energy there. Okay. So I did get some things that I'm going to be using for the home classroom. Whenever I record videos and do virtual lessons and things of the sort. So not a lot, because I didn't get to use everything the second semester, which is when I really use a lot of my supplies and run out of a lot. I really didn't have, I had a lot left over, so I didn't have to restock on a lot of things. Maybe the only thing I really need to restock on are laminating pouches, but we'll get those from Amazon. So these are just a few things that I purchased, and I'm going to share them with you. One thing that I did get was for when I teach face painting. I teach the students, instead of using paint, actual face paint, that is quite expensive, I have them use these Watercolor Palettes, and they work great because we do it on paper, and really just for the example and like the technique, you really just need paint. You don't need the expensive face paint. Now, when you start working, transition from paint and paper to makeup and face, then that's when you can bring out your face paints. But no need to waste, and these are perfect, okay? So I brought the face paints, but I didn't bring one of these, so I didn't want to go back to the school, so I just bought one of these when I teach face paint, okay? Another thing that I got was some dry erase markers, because I do have some, I did get a board, and then I saw on a YouTube video, the girl had ordered felt squares from Amazon. It was a little box that had squares, and I just bought a felt sheet, cut it, and I'm going to cut it in little rectangles to use, and it's just 33 cents for one, and I can get maybe 6 little rectangles out of this if I just cut this in half and cut it in thirds. And then I hate using, because our whole wall at school is dry erase paint, and we write on the wall, and then I have the microfiber towels and use them, but after a while, if I don't constantly wash them, the marker stain stays on the towel, and anytime I go to wipe, it transfers back onto the board, and it's really annoying. And so with this kind of thing, I can just use it for a few times, toss it, and then I'm done. So I don't know if black was the best color to use. I got black because it's my favorite color, but maybe white, so that way I can see when it's time to throw it away. Okay, so I did get some felt squares for that. Every year, I buy a new set of pens, colored pens. So I got my favorite, okay? It's the Papermate Flair. I absolutely love these pens. They're kind of like marker pens, sort of. And I really, really love how they write and the variety of colors that I have for them. So when I'm doing my calendar, my journaling, or my lesson planning, I love to color code and just make it fun. You're already doing it, might as well have fun with it. So usually that's one thing I always get every year. And crayons, I love crayons. I don't really use a lot of crayons, but I love to buy a box each year. I love the smell of crayons. I know that sounds kind of weird, but all right. So another thing that I always get at the beginning of the school year is a journal. I start with a brand new, fresh journal every school year. Because I really didn't get to finish this particular journal, a student gave me this one actually. I didn't get to finish this one, so I still have like half of it in here that's available. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish using this one, and then I'll get a new journal and start using it whenever it comes time to. So I definitely, black and gold of course are my colors, so definitely matches. I did get a new calendar. I usually get the bigger size, but I thought I'd try the smaller size this year. I don't know if I'm gonna love it. I'm kind of skeptical, but we're gonna try it out. It has the black, it's the 365, and what I did is this one actually has a leopard print on it, and I don't love, I saw that it had the 2020, I didn't see that it had this stripe, and I didn't love it, but then the inside was black and white, which is what I really, really wanted. The Happy Planner edition, I'm trying to make sure I'm calling it the right thing, but so I just flipped it around, and then it's black and white striped, and it was perfect for me, and it just says live creatively. Perfect. And so I'll show you my planner and how I organized it and all, but definitely jazzed it up with a bunch of fun, cool stickers. And we're gonna try it out. In January, I started using the small one. I started using it personally. I had my school calendar, then I had a personal one, and then I think I'm just gonna transition into the small one and see how I like it. But I'll have another video on how I plan my days and such. So I definitely bought myself this. Now I've had this for a little while, so it's not something that I recently bought, but I have been getting stickers and stuff like that, so that's a whole other video. All right, went to Lakeshore, a learning store, and they had these on sale. Well, first of all, look at these borders. Finally, I have found horizontal black and white stripes. Okay, they had the vertical last year, they had the zigzag, they had the little cloud U-shape, but horizontal black and white stripes finally has made it to the store. I have been wanting to find this print, and I finally found it, so I bought two. They were $3.99. I did have a 20% off coupon code on my phone. It is from Schoolgirl Style. She has really cute designs. I really like her line of products, so I bought me two of these. If I don't get to use them at school, I'll use them here at home for sure. And then she also has, these are 36 pieces. It's a tassel, black and white. And then this is the black and white, well, it has a little bit of gray too, I guess, of the pom-poms. Okay, so doing a little, I don't know what I'm gonna use these for. I just saw them and I thought, I have to have them. I know. I collect things. I have a problem, I know. I'm working on it. No, I'm not. I'm not working on it. I just like to buy cute things and I like to have them, and then randomly I'm like, oh look, I have this, let's use this, and then I use it and then it turns out amazing. And I like to collect things, okay? And then this, again, I don't know what I'm using this for, but I'll find something to use it for. It was $5.99, but it was on sale, and it's 35 pieces, and they're library pockets. But check out the design. Black and white stripes. Now, there's not, the whole pack is not all black and white. There's polka dot, and then these other three, if you can see them from there. My husband's leaving. But it's black and white stripe that I'll be pulling out of here and using. For what? I don't know, but I promise I'll find something to use these for. Okay, I will get creative. All right, the other thing that I bought was an $14.99 at Mardel's. There was also a sale, so that worked out. This is a dry erase board. It has cork board around the edges so I can pin things on here, like if I need to pin a picture or something. And then also it's magnetic. So 3-in-1, 15 bucks. Small to fit the frame of the camera. I can put it behind me, I can put it on the easel. This is good. Okay, so I got me a little dry erase board. And then the other thing that I got was that I do have an easel that I had from school. I ordered it on Amazon and we would use it for competition and stuff. I ordered a really good one last year, but it was left at competition, at state competition, and so this year I just ordered a personal one from Amazon, just a cheapy $6 one. It's cheapy, but it does the job, okay? But I did order this big poster paper. This one was $6.99. I wanted really bad to get the, and it's lined. Okay, I wanted really bad to get the Post-it poster board paper, but guys, that stuff is like 30 bucks for a pad. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. So $6.99. We're doing this little one here, okay? So I know that I could have waited to use the budget money for Cosmetology or for our department to buy these things, but I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't know if that's even going to happen. I don't know if we're going to have a budget because we didn't have, you know, all the certifications done within the usual time frame. I don't know if we order how long that's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to already be here, if we're going to be at school, if it's going to be delivered to campus or the warehouse, or I'm not going to have time for that. I'm not going to have time to worry about that. So I'm just buying my own stuff and I'm okay with that. Okay, so that's what I have so far. And I want to also show you kind of the tour, I guess you can say, of my closet storage system that I have going on for my lessons, and then also to kind of how I set up my desk behind me. Unfortunately, the desk faces that way and the window faces that way, so lighting wise it kind of doesn't work out the way I want it to. But I am also ordering a over the top camera stand. I have the tripods, of course, for the front facing, but I want the over the head one, so that way I can attach the ring light to it and then my camera, so I can work and the camera has a bird's eye view of what I'm doing. So that is what I'm working on. The next video will be the tour of my home classroom and how that's going to work out, and what I have planned for those lessons that we're going to be doing at the start of this school year, should it be that we're here at home instead of at school. And if it is that we go to school, perfect and great. If not, I'm ready. All right, so you guys be patient with yourselves and the system and how everything's going to pan out. Be prepared for the worst, and in case nothing happens, great, then you're good to go. And in case it does happen, then you're good to go too. All right, so thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one.